Welcome to the Leverton Review. It's not called the Leverton Review, it's called Leverton on Everything. So there's three rules to this podcast. The first rule is that I often misremember the title of my own podcast. The second rule is that I review everything, books, movies, podcasts, plays, whatever. And the third rule is that every review is under 10 minutes. Today I'm going to be reviewing American Conspiracy, The Octopus Murders, 5 out of 10. My title, Long and Meandering and Very American. I can kind of see why the filmmakers went the wrong that they did, because they wanted to show how easy it is to get caught up in conspiratorial thinking. But the real conspiracy that they discover along the way is not paid much attention to. This case is another one where many people have opinions. One is that someone they know would never commit suicide, even after pouring years and thousands of dollars down the drain. I do not know if the main protagonist of this series committed suicide or not, nor will anyone ever know. It should be obvious by now that the American police are, as a whole, not very good at their jobs and need a massive amount of training that they do not get. So this is one of my least popular reviews. It's 20 out of 40. So 20 people out of 40 decided that this review was helpful. And one, I think that there are a lot of typos in it. And I really like the phrase, why the filmmakers went the wrong that they did. I like it, but it might be confusing to some people. So basically, it's a documentary about a conspiracy. Well, it's a documentary about this guy who feels like there's a conspiracy and that it's all connected. And the filmmakers pour a lot of money and effort into filming about this guy, but then they get caught up with it and they kind of lose their neutrality and they start to believe in this conspiracy too. And I think that's my problem with it generally. And I also don't like this, how people often say, oh, he would never commit suicide. No way, never, not him. And in this case, he had spent so much money on his little pet conspiracy and had very little to show with it, and he was deeply in debt and I think living out of motels. So why wouldn't he commit suicide? And to be a little bit blunt, if you believe that there is some conspiracy theory out there and you want people to continue to believe in your life's work and your mission, committing suicide in that way gives perfect evidence that you were right? You know, I'm not saying that that's why he committed suicide. I think he was a deeply sad person, but that is also something that people could do, because people commit suicide and then automatically he was killed as part of the conspiracy, which the filmmakers had a hard time separating fact from fiction. One podcast that helps you separate fact from fiction is the Everything and More Etc. podcast, where my son talks about animated series, and that's the first season. Next season, I'm not sure what he's doing, but check it out. It is awesome. You're awesome. Thank you.